Man, the pot calling the kettle, whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. All I know is this kettle need to have his ass beat black and motherfucking blue. What's up, it's your boy Centron. Come back after another reaction video to teach you not to my real name, man. Golly, this was a tension-filled episode of Vinland Saga. Now I'm playing Vinland Saga, man. But man, it had me heated as hell as we open up and we're crossing the ocean. You know, King Canute coming out there to claim all Ketil's land, all his farmland that he worked hard for all his life. And man, they also on their way back, but you know, we saw that play out in a little bit. But he's hella crazy if you think this nigga Ketil finna just roll right the fuck over and say, oh, my lord, it's yours. Just because you're the king, you can have whatever you know, set your eyes on. Hell nah. This is my shit. I own it, and you're gonna have to pry from my cold, goddamn bloody, motherfucking knuckled up, swolled up hands. And that's pretty much what's gonna have to be, because you know he's gonna get into it as we see later on. But you know, it's crazy that he's just like, okay, I'm the king. It's on my authority. Your authority on what, nigga? These nuts? I mean, you can't just come in and roll up and steal something, you know, from out under a citizen just because you declare it, you decree it. You better give me my payback. You know, I ain't talking about no revenge, but you know what I'm saying, like, give me my comeuppance. You want something of mine. I don't give a fuck who you are. You can be God, you bestowed this to me, you better take it away from me and afflict me, because I'm finna fight you on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just come and just claim somebody's shit like it's yours. Even if it's technically yours. I don't give a fuck, though. It's your kingdom, but you know, it still ain't yours. Alright, but man, it's crazy that, you know, he thinks that the guy is just gonna, you know, be amenable to that. On what grounds? What are you giving me? I'm getting nothing. I'm getting the king's respect, man. You can suck my left nut. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's wild. So, you literally stealing from the man. You expect him to respect you? Man, I'd have been dead quick fast, been deleted quick fast, unalive quick fast in these days, because it just so many things, especially with another thing they talk about, which is what you knew what Homeboy's mindset was the whole time. But anyways, but it's already off to a bad start. You know, Torgil is the one is decided to go, you know, to go to war battle. Ketil, he's depressed, man. He just shook. He's been in a barrel. His son just rolled him out like the red carpet and just, you know, crashed him and opened up the whole barrel of worms. Quite literally, he was in that just hiding because he was just, you know, sad about, you know, having to fight this out with the king, losing his land and his. But I mean, it's crazy that he thought that. I mean, what you thought? Your opulence, you know, got to be too much, and you know he's got to get some taxes somewhere. You know, tax your ass, and you know, scrape your plate clean, put that shit right on his. Like, ain't nothing happened. Like he wasn't just digging into that, you know, that hot meal. But his other son, Omar, he shook as fuck. He like, why the fuck did I have to fuck up and do this dumb shit? I mean, that's what your price you pay for it. If you just, you know, you spared the rod, you spoiled the child. Should have been, you know, corrected that, you know, young. He wouldn't have acted out like he did. Just, you know, bolsters. And then the fact that he failed the test so hard and then thought that he was gonna still have an end. You done enough. Have you no pride, no shame? Like, I mean, that's like, dudes can look themselves in the mirror and be like, man, I'm balling, I'm doing this, doing that. I got 5 G's, I'm counting out in front of you. You got this money. You know that's money that you can't afford to have lost. You can't even afford to lose $1 of that. And you flogging out here in the streets with, man, that's crazy. I'd rather flog in silence. That's why I don't never flex like that. I do it to myself, but I wouldn't even advertise that. In fact, I'm even saying that as an L. All right, but I mean, you know, he knew how F they are. And, you know, Einar and Thorfinn got plenty of time while they tied up, you know, to talk about peace. And they talk about, you know, the ways they maybe should have gone. And Thorfinn's like, man, how did I fuck this up? Isn't there another way I could have gone? And Einar just tells him, yeah, obviously no, man. It just, you did everything that you could. And you had to fight back at some point. You know, you couldn't just roll over and kill for this dude. Snake. He actually says he likes Snake. You don't want to have to kind of blows with him, but there's a million times where you have to stand on what you believe, and you have to come, you know, out in the fingers, you know what I'm saying, with violence, you know. Even Jesus himself said that the kingdom itself advances on the principle of violence. I mean, if he's saying that and he's God, then it's gonna be war for everybody else. Us lesser beings out here, struggling to to be upright, be moral, and in this unjust, corrupt, dark, bleak this world. So I mean, they're talking. I mean, like, it was all ideals, and I love how heady it was, and how thoughtful it was, and how selfless it was. But when it came down to it, he had to assume that pose with them daggers, invisible daggers he had, because he had no choice. But if he wanted to stand on what he believed, he had to fight for it, and he was fighting a battle with his life, with his life on the line. So all that pretty you talking about, man, it don't mean in the face of a dude with a sword who's an atheist, who don't believe in nothing but war. War is his food, is his sustenance, and he ain't gonna have it no other way. So I mean, you have to clash with guys like that, even in if it's not even combative and non-combative things. You're gonna clash arguments, reason, logic. You have to use your brain, spin your wheels, and try your best to talk somebody down. And it's gonna be stressful. It's not gonna be stress-free. It might be fraught with aggression, even though it may not escalate to physical violence. But I mean, nothing in this life is gonna be easy if you want to go down the path not so trodden. Change, a piece of realness. So I mean, it was good. It was a good shot, but your piece lasted all of 2 minutes. But they're sitting there talking about philosophizing. And I mean, just it's good that you turn a new leaf. He even said that I said that, sorry, I made you violate yourself by going back on your stance of nonviolence. But it is what it is. If they want to defend Gardar and trying to free those two Slavs, and they wouldn't being Slavs themselves, they were always gonna to fight for it. So, and he said, I let Gardar perish. I mean, that wasn't on you, man. If he would just move a little bit better, he would have he would have not perished. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have been taken out of action. But whatever happened. So anyway, if you get the Ketil, he come back to all this news. He's like, he ain't even recognizing his wife. She's like, help him home, honey. He's like, where aren't they at? And she pissed. She made the move to move her out to tend to the OGG. And he ain't concerned with her. He ain't concerned with his kids. He ain't concerned with nothing but Arnie, because he's like, that's his muse. And he goes out and finds some news that she tried to escape. He's like, oh man, he's on one. So he's disappointed. He's shocked. But it's the delusion that just thinking, because he's like, I'm good to my Slavs. It don't matter what you can give us gold, and it's the fact that I'm not free. I got shackles on me, and this is a personal touch because just the American history, not the history of Black people per se, but my history, because I do hail from America. It's a whole other thing, because it's always that unsaid, unspoken thing, like the invisible rope per se, not that you're being strung up by, but that is tied around your neck and just imprisons you. You're not free, so it doesn't matter how well you're being treated. You're gonna be reminded that on some level, maybe throughout the day, every day, or just throughout the weekly basis. You can't forget that you're not a free person. So this is a different type of slavery to the American chattel slavery that just wrecked things. Just was an amalgamation, and just the worst kind of ever, because it was commodified down to the mother freaking T. And I'm talking about sipping a little beverage, but I mean, it's he goes out to her, and he's heated. He's a different man. He's found himself pushed to the edge, pushed to the boundary on so many fronts. There's war coming. He doesn't, Arne tried to escape, and then so many capsons and guests on the farm, their lives were lost, and Snake come back down, and pushed to a point where he had to, mete out justice, or what he felt like justice, and I'm like, damn, how's this gonna affect us? But I think maybe because Leaf's Ward is trying to talk to Ketil, like, hey man, we got a deal, bro. He just distraught. He walking and trudging the fuck on, and yeah, it's crazy because I'm like, how's it gonna affect us? Maybe Torfin them good, but how this throws a wrench into the plans because he's gonna act out in some kind of way, and yeah, lo and behold, we see him coming out with that stick. It's that stick talk, but it ain't the stick talk that we know about in with that blah 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 blah. It's the regular beating like back in the 1700s. Like man, he approaches her. He's pissed off. He like you can tell something bad's gonna go down. He's like, why would you try to escape? Why would you let me? She didn't give him no reason. So he's gonna fill that gap in his mind. The whole lack of information. He just he has a short fuse. He just started beating her. And I'm like, this. I can't even. I'm pissed. I'm just mad. This sick motherfucker. This sad sack of shit. You motherfucking coward, man. Beat on a woman like that, man. Just. And he's like, you're mine. I own you, basically. Like, that's what it always was. She was never free. She was. It was always the illusion of her having some kind of some kind of not freedom, but even favor. Even like Einar said it himself. She's a goner. I mean, like if she gives in, we should just guard her coming back, their mind all the way up. Give her illusions of grandeur because she thought she could live private life, but just too late. A day late and $1 short. I just say in Popeye's world, but yeah, he just mercilessly beat her with a stick, and just the whole time, like she's telling him I'm pregnant, and he's like he don't even care because he's like but then he's like I didn't even think that's mine. He's like you're one person I trusted and you betrayed me. So he's just gone on that simp shit. Like, bro, this is always you and for basically by owning. You can do whatever you want to, Slavs, and he just continues to beat her. And then Snake has to be the one to stop him, like, Snake! And, he's telling him, hey, man, she's a Slav. You can do whatever you want to her legally, technically. But, this is not going to solve any problems. You got bigger problems than this. And, I mean, it's just crazy that he had to be the one to, to pull him off the ledge. And, Einar and them come in and, they witness her body. But, Leaf sees that. He's like, man. And even his adopted son is like, man, this dude's scary. Or this is a scary situation. And it just pathetic, man. He gonna take out, the dude that was guarding her was like, you took out somebody, you caused so many of our brothers to die, because of your actions. And, actually you should be off to execute it. But we're not gonna touch you because you're the OG's woman. Well, he starts feeling on her and all stuff. And he's like, man, usually we'll pass you around like a blunt and deal with you and off you because you cost our brothers their lives. Whispers in the air, start feeling on her and all that shit. And then he walks in. He don't even say nothing to he don't even do nothing to the dude. I ought to beat this if that was me because that's mine. You touching what's mine, you deserve to die for that. Or just extreme beating out of handicappers. But he don't even say nothing to this dude. Weak. He's dude, but he's like, get out of here, get out of here. Like, this weak. He just takes out all that violence on her. What a weak pussy ass, man. Pussy ass nigga. So it's like, I can't, lost all, if I had any respect for him, which I really didn't. Just, all gone there. So, of course, Einar sees this, sees her body when they carry, he tells Patter to patch her up, and of course he's beyond pissed. He's like, they're not gonna get, but Ketil, he's resolved to steal some kind of way. After this, he lied about, going to battle, all this stuff. We'll see. I want to actually see what kind of warrior he's gonna be because, he's a liar. But we'll see. We'll see because he's fueled by he lost his his one love that he did love. His dad was one man enough, and neither was he, just to be honest. But yeah, we're gonna go out to battle these guys. They're coming, and the king is coming himself. So it's gonna be a fight. But I hope he dies a vicious death. And but how does the battle play out? Will we get back into good graces by actually fighting for him and fighting for the farm? Because Thorfinn's gonna fight. We know that. But what side will he be on? What side will him and Einar be on? And how are we gonna play a part? Because he said I'll let you have Thorfinn. I'll let you even have Einar. But her, she's mine. I own her. Like, you are saltine through and through. I mean, it's but yeah, it's just disgusting, man. It's just left a bad taste in my mouth. Can't wait to the next episode to hopefully get some redemption or whatever. But it'll be interesting, man. Woman beater gets no respect from me. Gets no sympathy. It's gay. Anyways, we're out of here, man. You're not even watching. It's all good though, because in the saga of V's, we're trying to stack V's on V's and make dubs.
Like, comment, share, subscribe
Thanks for watching. Check me out at Centron Anime, Centron Life, or Centron Laughs, or other social media.